this is my no-buy year. Thank you so much for joining me. I wanted to put together a full demonstration of covering my gray roots using Nadine Baggott's exemplary tutorial, which I will link in the description box below. If you are curious how it worked out, stick around. I've done this once and posted the video, but I did not actually show the application of the hair color, and I will be doing that this afternoon. I will put timestamps below if you just want to rush through, and as I'm applying the dye, I will be, when I go back in and edit the footage, I will be speeding up the process so you don't have to sit there and watch as I apply hair color. So the color I've selected for my roots is a little darker, and essentially what I'm trying to do is hit my base color. The way I'm determining that base color is by looking at what is growing back out. So when I squint and look at the overall tone of my hair, it seems to be a cooler medium to dark brown. Garnier Nutrice is the brand that I like. It lasts about 3-4 weeks, but what I'm hoping is that this is doable at home, and that if I can hit a darker tone on my roots and then go in with a lighter balayage or lighter highlights, then I'm saving literally thousands of dollars a year over what a salon would charge. So that is my plan for this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me. The experiment is inspired by a video put out by one of my favorite YouTubers across the pond, Nadine Baggott. I will link her video in the description box below. Please do go over and watch her video if you're interested in trying this at home. She does an excellent job of explaining more professional hair color products that you can acquire through sources like Amazon. I'm just doing a box color because if it's a colossal fail, I haven't invested that much. In fact, I did want to show you, I'm using a clean container from my kitchen, and I have all of the materials here. Instead of shaking it up in the tube, I'm just stirring it with an inexpensive hair color brush, which I got years and years ago, and because I'm a hoarder, have hung on to ever since, and it seems to do an adequate job of applying the color to the roots. My hair is clean. I washed it last night. There is no product, no dry shampoo. It is Sunday. The only thing I had planned for today, since it's the beginning of my spring break, is our usual walk to the dog park with Fergus, and to watch the season 8 premiere of Game of Thrones. So if this is a total disaster, if I don't enjoy the results, if I feel that it is too harsh of a transition between my newly darkened roots and my base color, then I plan to hang on to what's left, and I can always work it in and just do an all-over hair color with the leftover. But I am encouraged by my experiments from last time, so without further ado, put on my gloves and commence the demo. This is the consistency. I'm going to try not to drip it on the floor, but I do have a drop cloth down. Clearly, this is the sweatshirt that I use when I'm dyeing at home. And I feel ready. And I will just jump in and go. The first thing I'm going to do is give myself a cleaner part. Doesn't have to be perfect. Comb. Okay, so essentially what you want is a good part. I will tip my head down so you can see. You apply the color to the root area on both sides. blending out. Now from this point forward, I'm parting with the back of the tool, laying the hair to the side, and I will stop talking so I can just speed up the video for you all. As you can see, I'm doing very slight sections. It's no big deal. If you lose the straightness, just repart.
I'm reloading the brush for each side. I'm going to do the crown first and continue down the side.
This also, I feel, helps you get to know where your grays are concentrated. Mine are generally right along this part and both temples, with a little bit running through the back. Now the idea is as your color, as these dark roots grow out, they'll also be fading, so they just become part of your kind of a more multi-dimensional color throughout as it grows out. And I do feel that I'm seeing that from my first attempt.
Now I will start to see more gray as I come around towards my temple. And it is also thinning a little bit through here. Even that out a little bit by taking smaller sections back here. Okay, now we're into some gray. So I will really load the brush through here. Much more gray through here, as you can see. So I'll take my time and really load on some product through there. Now, I really would like to be the kind of woman who's willing to go gray. However, I'm a teacher, and it's difficult enough to... I have to think of the rhetoric of how I look, how I present myself in the classroom. And like it or not, ageism is real. I'm not saying my kids aren't wonderful human beings. I just am not willing yet to go totally gray. I'll be looking at options. If you are facing that in your own careers, please do comment below. I'm going to try to even it out a little bit. In other words, I'm going around more parallel as I go down the side of my head. Although you could do really what you want. This, from my first experience, and the reason I'm willing to go darker is this was actually a very forgiving process. And picking up a little more gray through here. It's okay if you kind of lose your part. The damp part will behave when you smooth it out with your gloved hand. And I'm going a couple coats there because again I I'm definitely gray around my ears. I'm just going to really work it in here. Alright.
I do need to find that original part, so I'm going to flop it back over this way and go in again through here. No harm in covering a section twice.
So I'm not concerned about finding that original part exactly.
A little bit stubborn usually, so I'm just going in with my brush just like the other side. Okay, that is my crown, and I've got these little hair clippies, so I will bring that crown hair together so I can access the back without too much wrestling with hair that's already been done. And for this, I'm just going to work across and flip my hair forward. I am peeling off the gloves because I really need my sense of touch to be able to do this well. Alright, if that idea is scandalous, I apologize. I'm sure these chemicals are not great for you. On the other hand, it is being absorbed through my scalp, so I don't see what the difference is. And I will wash carefully so that I am not... And actually I'm deciding on the fly to just do half of the back at a time. It's easier to manage, and it is simpler to feel where I'm connecting here to the back of my ear and what has already been done. I have really thick hair, so I only have to wrestle half of it this way.
Thick hair that is thinning and graying and changing. It might change. I just, anyway, I have wonderful girlfriends. And I suppose I can thank them for keeping me from being a complete tomboy.
Voila! One more clip. I'm going to get this mess up in the back. In case I haven't given you a good shot, I will spin around so that you can see indeed I covered it all. Taking my mirror just to check. I'm going to run into the other room and tell Siri to give me 30 minutes on the clock. I'm going 30. I'm committing. I want this to cover my gray, and the one criticism I have with home products as opposed to salon is they just are kind of wimpy at coloring grays. So I will join you again in just a few moments. Hello. wanted to come out under natural light and share with you the end result of the variety of tones that I was able to achieve with this simple, relatively simple to follow tutorial. I will spin around and flip my hair a couple times so you can judge for yourself how natural the effect is. I could not be happier. The original tutorial is quite simple to follow, and I believe that any kind of harsh demarcation that you're seeing in my roots will be softened and mitigated the first time I shampoo my hair. So I absolutely encourage you to jump into this project if you've been considering it. What I will do at some point this week will be to attempt a balayage highlighting effect with another boxed product. I will film that and share that with you all. My takeaway is that I'm much more willing to poke around the internet and experiment with what I have with the confidence that I can reasonably mitigate any kind of disaster that I might encounter. I have plenty of hair color left from that one batch. If this were a complete disaster, I could do an all-over wash. I'm thrilled to report to you, especially if you're considering attempting this type of thing in your own home, to trust yourself, trust that you can hit that interesting balance between abandon and risk and reason and corrective measures if you need to. Truly, I feel that sometimes that is where the marrow lies. And I will see you on my next video. Ciao.